Hi there everyone, I'm Kelly. Welcome to my channel and to this video. This is my FlossTube for the end of March 2025. I did a couple of projects for WIPGO, plus a couple of other things that I had time to stitch on, but mainly I was working on that gemstone quilt from my mom, along with my sister, so that was the priority for this month, so I didn't get that much stitching done. One of the calls was for Trotter, the rocking horse, and I have a photo of it before, about here somewhere. And this is what it looks like now. Earlier this month I did a Stitch With Me video, so if you saw that, I was working on the rocker part and a bit of this pink. I'll try to go as close as I can. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. The other WIPGO call was for the little friendship piece I'm doing. I'm going to cover up the chart, and that's what it's going to look like. I have a previous photo here somewhere. And that's what it looks like now. I mostly did the backstitch lettering. A little bit of the flower on this side here as well. Alright, my March goals were the friendship magnet, that's over there, that was 24. And Trotter the rocking horse was number 9, and it's over here. So I'll mark those goals as finished. And for April, the WIPGO calls are 4. Almost have WIPGO, except the other one's number 10, and it's down here. So I'm doing the little houses, which will probably wind up being a bookmark, and the wise men, which is going to be an ornament. I worked on Trotter pretty quickly, because I had time, and I started working on him on the 6th, and finished on the 7th. But I've been working most of the month on my mom's gemstone quilt, which you guys will see the video eventually. And I did the friendship magnet over the course of about a week-ish, because I started it on the 7th, but then I had to do lots of quilting, so I didn't actually finish it up until the 15th. The other 2 projects I was able to work on, with limited time due to quilting, was both of them from this book. And one of them is that little star. I think I showed you guys before. There's a photo here somewhere. And that's what it looks like now. I did more of the half stitch in blue. I did pretty much all the back stitching on the moon except for a little bit on the outside of it. And these scattered stitches that are supposed to be like the shooting star part. And I also brought the pink border down farther, I should say. So that's coming along pretty well. I also was working on the birthstone angels that I'm doing, on the January angel. I forgot to take a photo, I guess. I couldn't find it if I did. So I'm going to insert a short clip from last month's video, because I did show that. And then I will also show you a video clip of what it looks like now, because I filmed it with my phone to try to get it closer, because I was doing some cryonic and some beading, and you'll see in the clip I'll explain it. There's what the angels look like.
I wanted you to see the progress on the January angel a bit closer. I got most of her face done. It would have been easier to do the back stitch for her face if I had used even weave, but I just did it the best I could. She does kind of have a snubby nose, but I think she looks okay. And with the cryonic blending filament, you can kind of see it right there. There's a couple stitches. I actually did the beads first because I found it's easier to get the cryonic anchored if there's already stitches nearby. And I just put the thread underneath. And I do very short lengths of the cryonic too so it doesn't get tangled. So I just work the cryonics in around where the beads already were. And there's a little bit more of beads to do, and probably 2 thread lengths of the cryonic, and then all that will be done up in her hair. And that pink bit there is the beginning of her wing. That's kind of what she looks like so far. And I didn't touch the July angel.
The WIPGO calls for April 2025 are number 4 and number 10. And I'm going to decide which project I want to take with me to Hawaii. number 4 is these little houses. I'm going to make it a bookmark. Now, this one would be good because there's not that many colors, but the chart for this is in a book. So that would be more weight in my suitcase, but less flosses to bring along. So we'll see about that. The other one is the Wise Man Ornament. Now, this chart's in a magazine. Hang on, let me get it oriented right here. There we go. And it's littler. Well, about the same size, actually. But there's more colors. However, a magazine's lighter. So at the moment, I'm leaning toward bringing this one. We'll see how that goes.